Okay, it looks like we're live. I'm sorry I'm a bit delayed. Zoom, they changed a couple of weeks ago the format, and I got confused this evening. But it seems to be working now. No, they're not trying to shut me up, Andrew Watson. Rudy, by the way, he's with the rest of the family. He didn't want to come down today, but he's doing well. Sorry for the delay, guys. Over here says, Mary, do you remember years back when Queen Elizabeth was still alive? There was, I believe, AI generated Christmas message saying that this is the last Christmas we'll have. I vaguely remember that. I funky function says hello from London. Hey, Mario from London. Sorry about that, guys. Well, in reality, it was a 2 minute delay, but I usually log on a little earlier. Rudy's upstairs with the rest of the family. He didn't want to come down. He's on a bed with someone else, having a good time, but he's doing fine. He'll be back. Beefy farmer from dreary Wales. Yeah, it was the shortest day today, or it is the shortest day. Before we greet each other, just wanna, yeah, the name of the title of the live stream today. Let me come up with it here. Title of the live stream: Hundreds of trillions of falsely stated wealth will evaporate. Fear will reign in markets. Yeah, and I don't want to be dramatic and clickbaity, but I think that's the way we're going. The last 55 years we've had in the financial system has been a lot of it has been based on falsely stated wealth, and I'm going to refer to a pocketbook of gold for that. So the other thing as well today, guys, yeah, Billy is fine. He's with someone else. He wanted to stay somewhere else this evening. He's doing fine. Upward Dog says, Mario, have you ever covered how hyperinflation would affect pensions? Well, it would decimate pensions. I have covered that. Yeah, that's the whole thing about hyperinflation because pensions are run by financial institutions, and these institutions they back the pensions with fiat currency assets that are going to be destroyed. So pensions are not going to do it, unfortunately. Rory Watson says no silver in my local Costco. I've tried five H&T brokers. Yeah, when I buy from them, yeah, it's happening. I agree. I went into my local H&T, well, beginning of the week. I saw they still had some silver Britannias. I didn't buy it. I went the next day. They were all gone. And they're saying people are looking for silver now. So the public, it's not, I wouldn't say we're like in the euphoric or mania stage yet, but it's starting. I think it's still early though. Frank Peter says, Good day, Mario and Stackers. Hi, Frank. Duke GFSL. What do you know about gold money, Mario? James Sturck started back in 2009-ish. I used to have an account with gold money. Yeah, I think they're fine. I have some like 1 gram ounce gold coins that I actually asked for delivery, and they did, but I haven't used them or had an account for many, many years with them. Yeah, I still think having physical gold and silver is the best way. I do have an affiliation with Glint. They store your gold in an allocated account at Brinks in Zurich Airport in Switzerland, and they give you well, in the US and the UK, you can get a MasterCard and you can spend your gold, or you can have pounds, euros, and dollars on it. If you want to find out more about glint, I'd go to the description of all my videos. But uh, I would say if you're in the UK and you want to avoid capital gains tax, you need to have physical gold and silver coins of the realm. I got an email from the Royal Mint, and they're trying to push people into buying digi gold, which is basically not gold. It's yeah, they want you to be digital. And the thing about it that they're not going to tell you is that DigiGold will be liable to capital gains tax. So that's the way I feel about it. Nafet 6707 says greetings from Mordor in Sweden. Joe Brown says Britannia not making Royal Mint not making 1 ounce Britannias. Is that silver or gold? Andrew Watson says silver prices going crazy on eBay. Michael K4135 says love Dirty Men. Thank you, Mario. Yeah, there it's good. Dirty Men Safe. Another one of our affiliates. They're good. And if you want to keep some of your valuables safe, it's a good way. You shouldn't really have all your gold and silver in one place. You should diversify it. Here in the UK, I recommend a lot of my viewers to, or people who have dealt with gold investments, they have a private vault, and they will take you there to show you your gold and silver. And it's not that costly. So, and it's insured as well. Her, her to Fordable, Port St. Lucie, Florida, originally from Hertfordshire, UK. ML Baker, Mario, don't you think that silver is more valuable than gold? Silver runs the world. Uh, I think silver used to run, unfortunately, it doesn't right now. It runs everyday commerce. It used to for thousands of years. So yeah, I think it's very important, but gold is more valuable because it's rarer than silver. But it doesn't mean to say the gold to silver ratio couldn't go a lot further down. But I still think gold will be have more value. But you never know. You could be right. One thing I'm doing, I'm not exchanging gold or silver for either one, and I'm just keeping my gold and silver and trying to get more. Jason Bluey from Australia, keep up your great work, Mario. Been watching for over 2 years now. Love your love how you quantify your claims with factual past events. Wealth of knowledge indeed. Thank you, Jason, and I appreciate it. We got a super chat. Greg O'Neill, thank you. Says special request. Can you interview Jan Scoils from Goldcore? Yeah, I've heard of her. I'll try to get in touch with her. David James Flood. China is bringing in export controls on silver this coming January. Yeah, I know it's expected to increase silver deficit. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why silver has been, the price is going up. The US, I think they're going to stop allowing silver to flow from New York to London as well. I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah. Zdenko Litovsky, will silver trade at 70 tomorrow? Who knows? I think it closed just above 67. That the spot price, it's possible, but we shouldn't be concerned about short-term moves in prices. I think the title of my live stream tonight or today is to basically tell people, yes, things are not great in the fiat currency world, but you need to hold on to your physical gold and silver. That's the only monetary insurance we have. Yes, try to get to up, let's say, to Yeah, too, how can I say, try to be even keel. Try not to get too exuberant nor too despondent because we're going to see a lot of up and down moves. You just got to sit through it. Yeah, that's the way I see it. Kurt Hollister, where is it? Kurt Hollister, I missed, where is that? Yeah, Mario, I bought 300 pounds worth of silver today at a local car boot. Sell totally genuine as well. Thought I better get them in now before another crazy price jump. Yeah, and a lot of times you can get a better price from boot sales than from a dealer or a pawnbroker. World turned upside down says gold Britannias are available everywhere. What are you talking about? Well, from the places I've tried, like in town and other places, they've kind of run out. But you might be able to get them from dealers, but their prices are you're paying a lot. You're paying like over 70 pounds. I know there's VAT, but it shouldn't be that much. But anyway, Mr. Money 2511, YouTube stats say I watched you over 200 times this year. Well, thank you. I hope it's helped you. Will Silver Run, 15 kilos of silver in one Tomahawk missile. VW short 8,500 tons of silver. Yeah, the other thing as well that has been talked about, and I actually interviewed John Little from Silver Academy back in October, is this new battery that should be coming out in the next year or two, solid state battery from Samsung. That's supposed to increase the range for EVs to like 600 to 900 miles. And charging should be like really quick, like 5 to 10 minutes. And it's going to have like 1 kilo of silver each EV. That's huge. Stephen Ship, hi Mario and Stackers finally got alive. Oh, good. I'm glad you could join. I had a little bit of trouble coming in earlier today for the live stream. I was a couple of minutes late, but now it's all working. Blazing Dragon, hey Mario, would you still buy bullion silver at current prices? The premium is like 30. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I would try to go to like local coin shops. They're not really bullion dealers and see if they have anything. Like Bromley North, you've got Peter Morris or like Coin Heritage in near Trafalgar Square in London. Or yeah, just search for coin dealers, local coin shop. Sometimes they have the silver, but I would say I would still be buying even at, I would be buying at 65, trying to get it 65 pounds per ounce. I know it's a lot, but I think silver is going a lot higher. Or if you invest in the stock market, you have an ISA or something, maybe buy a silver miner. That could be another way to get into silver. Marvin Hathaway, find an official reference for the claim of silver in missiles. I'm still saying there is none. Well, I have to say silver, well, the US and China have made silver like a strategic metal. Silver is massively used in the military. I don't know if it's used in missiles, and I don't know who mentioned that, but I wouldn't be surprised. H20 dies. What's your take on platinum? Well, I think platinum will do well price wise. Uh, I'm not really into platinum. I know it's a precious metal. I stick to the monetary metals, gold and silver, but I wouldn't be surprised if, well, platinum has already done quite well. But yeah, that's the way I look at it. Pakistan Zindagud. Remember me? I'm the one that sold all my Bitcoin and bought a metric ton of silver and gold and land in the mountains of Pakistan. Went short 10 Bitcoin. Well done. Yeah, I remember you, Pakistan Zindagud. Really cold 3991. If Fort Knox was full of gold, Trump would be probably showing it off. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we still need an audit. That's right. Cranston Blythe, what do you think about junk silver premium being so low? Well, I think it's a great opportunity to load up on it. Yeah, because it's probably because there's plenty of them out there, and the U.S. Mint is probably not really minting that much, eagles, silver eagles. I love constitutional or junk silver, so I would take it as an opportunity to load up. We got a super chat from Ounces. Thank you, Ounces. We are in for an exciting week. We could see silver spike to 70 plus by Christmas. Definitely. There will be a lot of interesting Christmas dinner conversations. By the way, Ounces app is really good. It's on Apple, right? You're still not on Android, I don't think. But what Ounces app allows you to do is put how it allows you to track your stack of gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. Let's say you've got 10 ounces of gold, you put it there, 10 ounces, and you can change the currency, and it updates you by the second, according to the price, how much in fiat it's worth, and silver as well. Highly recommend Ounces app. And thank you for yeah, being part of the channel here, Ounces. Requa 3, thoughts on copper returning as a monetary metal if silver runs up really high. Interesting you asked that because I interviewed Simon Hunt recently. I posted it yesterday, and he's a copper specialist, and he's telling me that in Africa, a lot of people, traders and merchants, are starting to accept payment in copper. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if copper comes back as a monetary yeah, as money, really. I'm not saying it's going to come back like in coins, but it's going to become very important because it's not only a really important part of the economy, copper, but it holds its value. It's bulky, but I think copper prices will follow silver prices a lot higher. So yeah, I think you're right about that. We got a super chat here from let's see, Chris Conman. Very generous. Thank you very much, Chris. Says Merry Christmas, Mary, to you and your family. I hope you have a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Thank you, thank you for educating us deplorables, day in, day out. Lol. We surely appreciate you. Oh, thank you very much, Chris, and thank you very much for your support. And I want to wish everyone here as well Merry Christmas and happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year. And the healthy is really important as well. I think I said earlier in one of my videos this past week that yes, we're doing well if we've been stacking gold and silver, but the most important thing is like investing in yourself, in your body, and your mind. I think that's really important because you can always come back from how can I say material losses, but you can never come back from 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 really bad health situations. So yeah, that's great. Thank you, Chris. ML Baker, Mario, you are responsible for helping people see the truth. We need more people like you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, ML. ENN Mario, I'm mostly worried about the public agreeing with politicians to prohibit private ownership of gold or silver. That is possible, but it doesn't mean to say that you shouldn't have any right now. You know, people have been telling me for the last 10 years here on YouTube, well, you know, I'm worried because they're going to confiscate it, but it's been 10 years, then haven't done it yet. If you didn't buy gold and silver because you thought that, you're losing out a lot. And that's another reason, and I'm not trying to sell things here, even though I do have affiliates. Another reason to think of Dirty Men Safe. Keep it well hidden because it's not just governments that are coming after our wealth and savings. Anyone that hasn't really prepared. So yeah, Dirty Men Safe, it's a good way to keep your valuables safe. Anyone hasn't heard about it, there's a link below in the description, and I've got like a landing page on the link. You get 10% off. Pakistan Zinda says, I came back from cancer. All you need is God and prayer. Come visit anytime you need to escape dying West. Well, I think you're right about God and prayer. The other thing is we need to be grateful and thankful because we're lucky, I think. Yeah, and I'm glad you came back from cancer. Anyway, buy metals with cash, no bank transfer. Dutch libertarian says, store up your treasure in heaven, the man said. Says William MPCD. Wote 9424, good morning from Australia. The masses here are oblivious to the opportunity that silver presents. Yeah, I know, I agree here in the UK as well, even though I went to a few shops this past week that usually sell silver and they run out and they said a lot of people are looking for silver, but I still think it's a minority. Psycho Pop says, Merry Christmas, Mario. Watching your channel helps me keep financially disciplined. I'm glad. Over here says, health is wealth. You're right. Sammy from Finland says, thank you for your content. We don't get anything like this in Finland. Yeah, I mean, I was playing golf today, and one of the guys I played with said he was in Finland, and he said the Finnish are crazy. They're driving on the ice and the snow like mad. And I said, I know. I had a really good Finnish friend years ago in Switzerland, and he was doing donuts on in the middle of town in his car with the snow. So yeah, that's Finland for you. Uh, Living the Dream thinks Rudy buries his treasure in the backyard and that I don't. Well, you can think what you want. Jew V6709. Hello, Mario from Sardinia. Nice, Sardinia. I like Sardinia. Thank you for your amazing work. The outcome will soon melt faces. I agree. David James, have you heard of a book called The Golden Constant by Roy Jastram? I've heard about that book. I haven't read it. I've heard about it. Stephen Ship, Merry Christmas as well, Mario. On behalf of so many stackers, you have made a huge difference. Follower for life. God bless and make sure Rudy gets a present Christmas. Chris, he will. Jeff 4397. Bill Holter is saying that junk silver is the in the US is being sold by the public now because they need to pay bills. That's possible. That's unfortunate. But, I don't know if any of you guys know what's his name again? Star Path Academy is a good YouTube channel. You should check it out. Star Path Academy. He lives in the US, but he grew up in the 90s in Romania and they had hyperinflation. And he said, yeah, a lot of people had to get rid of gold and silver that they had, if they had any, to survive. That's unfortunate because the most important part of hyperinflation in gold and silver is being able to keep it for the other side of the crisis when things like reset. So that's unfortunate that people are selling their silver. But yeah, a lot of people are having tough time. They call it affordability crisis. It's more of an inflation crisis, right? They've been debasing the currency for so long that it's gone too far. They're saying it's because the price level hasn't come down, but it's rubbish. We've got inflation and it's going to get worse. And that's what gold and silver are telling us. It's going to get a lot worse in the next 1 to 2 years. David Veach, my gold and silver was lost in a terrible boating accident. I suffered amnesia during the disaster and cannot recall. Okay. Oh, Requa says I should do a video live with Arpad. Yeah, maybe I will. I've had him on a few times. I will definitely contact him. SMZ or Z00786. I need to say hello from Antarctica. Please comment on the rumor if the CFTC will stop buying on the COMEX. Well, CFTC, I don't think they buy anything on COMEX. CFTC is a regulator, so they wouldn't get involved in buying gold and silver. I'm not sure what you mean there. Uh, Web Jorn Gritton, can we see deflation and see markets freeze? Uh, we're already seeing deflation of, well, deflation of prices in terms of gold and silver. I think what you mean by deflation is a collapse of the stock markets. It's possible, but if we get a big correction, I think the central bankers and the politicians and the governments will step in, and that's why we're going to continue to see gold and silver go higher. Uh, yeah, but yeah, deflation is happening. But in terms of the money supply as well, I think we're seeing inflation, M2 is still going up in the US, making all-time highs. But if you look at it in terms of gold, it's going down. Gold is going up against M2. So it's a bit confusing, but generally I would say we're seeing deflation in terms of sound money, and we're going to see hyperinflation in terms of fiat money. And Rafi Faber has always said that deflation and hyperinflation are the same. Yeah. John Roseman, hi Mario. Why didn't anybody mention David Bateman buying 13.85 million ounces 2 weeks ago? Uh, oh yeah, I mean I follow him on X, David Bateman. He follows me as well. I've asked him to come on. He said he will, not right now. Yeah, this is a billionaire. He sold I think it's a software company that developed a software for real estate, and he sold it off and did very well. Really nice guy. He's been buying loads of silver and gold in the last year and a half, I think, even. And he's very bullish. Beefy Farmer, what do you mean when trillions of falsely stated wealth, big names of, by falsely stated wealth, I mean, the value, the market value of all financial assets, they've been inflated because central bankers have created like $30 trillion of funny reserves or funny money since the '08 crisis. It could be more, but roughly 30 trillion. And what that does, that leverages the system, and that 30 trillion becomes, 50, 100. And so now we have like stock market and bond market are worth like 300 trillion. But it's not based on wealth and production. It's based on this funny money. And one day this is all gonna like, and it's already coming down in terms of precious metals. So that, and if we also get a collapse of faith and confidence, the value of these assets are going to come down, and that's what I mean by it. Fiat currency and currency inflation creates fake values. It happened in France in the 1720s with the Mississippi bubble and John Law. It happened in France in the 1790s. It happened in Germany in the 1920s. It's all falsely stated wealth. And one day people are going to realize the emperor has no clothes. And I think we're getting close to that. Dap Knox, thank you for your super chat. Sorry, I can't send an entire Canadian dime, which is 5.56 now here on YouTube. But hope you, your wife, and Rudy have a great Christmas, Mario. Thank you, Dap Knox or Deep Knox. Yeah, Specie, that's right. It's a credit bubble. The other side of credit is assets, right? Well, paper assets. And the thing is, there's so much that's been created out there that when people run away from it, when there's fear, I said fear in the title, fear will reign. That means people are gonna try to get anything that's valuable and a hard asset, and there's not enough, and that's why the price will go through the roof, or you won't be able to get it, and you're going to be left holding the bag. That's why you're going to hear a lot of people in the next year or two or three, and because I think we still have a long way to go. They're going to keep saying you need to get out of gold and silver. It's a bubble. No, but it's not a bubble. It's the reflection of fear in the paper assets, and I think you just need to hold on. You might want to take some profit in miners. You're going to get that fiat for your profit, but so you got to make sure you do something productive with that fiat, i.e., go to physical gold and silver or pay off debt or not even pay off debt, because I think that is going to go down in value. But yeah, don't keep it anything but the dollar or any other fiat currency. Derby City, thought on GLD SLV. Well, if you're a trader, fine. If you're trying to ensure your wealth and make sure you don't get left holding the bag, I wouldn't touch GLD and SLV. Why? Well, because the bankers are behind it. You want the real physical gold and silver, and GLD is no good. SMZ, Mario, I meant the rumor from an AI video that the CFTC will stop retail institutions buying on COMEX. I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. But then, back in 1980, there wasn't a Shanghai or a Hong Kong futures exchange. That would be stupid thing to do. That that market would be over. Stephen Schutz, Mario, I have children with mortgages here in Australia. So what will the valuation of our dollar do to their interest rates? Well, I think interest rates are going to keep going up. I don't know how like in the US, you have 30-year mortgages. Here in the UK, you have 20, 30-year deals, but you have to renew it every 2 to 5 years. If they can get a good long-term fixed rate, that's fine. But and I think as inflation goes up and the Aussie dollar becomes worth less and less, like all other currencies, if they're able to keep servicing their mortgages, that will be okay. The only risk there, of course, is if they lose their source of income. But yeah, people with debt, if you can, yeah, it's really easy to pay off debt if inflation gets out of hand. The trick is that you do service the debt. That's all I would say. Hizia says there is inflation or fakeness everywhere now in media, politics, academia, medicine, food. When uh, when will real money help fixing all this? Well, I think it will after there's a crisis and people, the majority of people wake up. And this is not surprising. It's a symptom of, and money is part of everything. It's the most important, really, commodity or thing because half of every transaction is made up of money or currency. Bit of a runny nose today. It was mild today, though. I played golf today. It was really nice because it's been cold, but today was really nice to play. Had a good round for a change. Savage Workouts, thank you for your super chat. Fury Flower Girl, Mario, have learned so much from you in the last 2 years. Love your book recommendations too. So thank you. Oh, you're welcome. And for the other viewers, I have a playlist about my book recommendations. So if you go on my YouTube channel, on the playlist, there's a book recommendation playlist. JMSI8XR, AI YouTube has good information and false information. Well, the other thing they do, the AI channels, they take clips from people like me and others, and they put us into these videos with really bad like clickbait headlines, that things that I haven't said or other people have said. So you need to be aware of that. I have a good friend of mine who called me the other day and said, "Oh, did you see this video? This guy said this." And I said to my friend, "Look, this is not a real video. You got to be really careful." I think it's bad. I've complained to the individual who manages my YouTube account, and I try to get them to close down these accounts as much as possible because they're stealing people's contents. I think it's really bad. Uh, Niels Neil Sanderson, you should write a book, Mario. Yeah, people have said that in the past. Maybe one day I will. William William PMCD says at the end of the day, the great shared interest of us all is relationship with the truth. There's no greater influence over human affairs at the end of the day. I agree, William. And it's tough sometimes because I've been at this, not here on YouTube, but looking at money and how the system is fraudulent since '02. And I was still working in the system for another like 10 years. So it's tough and you got to stick to it because the truth is the truth. It doesn't matter how long it takes to expose it. Have you ever read Confessions of an Economic Hitman? Yes, I have. Perkins, right? John Perkins. Yeah, it's a good book. Jim Fry, thank you for your super chat. I have enjoyed your content and perspective. Thank you. Well, thank you, Jim. Ron Hubbard, Hubbard, you have a manager. Well, it's just a guy that looks after my account on YouTube. I'm not really, he's not, doesn't manage me. He works for YouTube and Google. And if I have a problem, I can contact him. I think you get that when you get 100,000 subscribers. And they actually contacted me when I had less than 100,000, and they offered that, which is it can help. John Liberto, Stephen Midford Goodson's Superb. Yeah, I have that book too. He passed away a few years ago, and he worked for the South African Central Bank as well. I recommend that book. I'm not sure he was a gold bug. I think he's more of an MMT guy, but at least he exposed the central banks. Uh, Yanko Kush, 40,000 left to pay off mortgage. Then I'm going into turbo stacking mode. If prices don't beyond my ability by then. Well, I think you've done well with your mortgage. That's not a big mortgage, I would say. Chris Conman, when are you going to have Andy back on the live stream? You mean Andy Scheckman? Yeah, I'll try to get him back on. I think I interviewed him about a month ago. I think, yeah, I had Rafi last week, and Clive is away, but it's good sometimes to do it on my own as well. That's how I started. But I wanted to tell you guys one thing about tomorrow. My videos are usually posted at 10 a.m. London during the week. Tomorrow it's going to be a little later because something came up and I have to. I'm going to interview someone at midday, London time. So the Monday video is going to come out a little later. You might be asking yourself tomorrow, where is the video? It will come out. So just wanted to let you know. I'm interviewing Alex Krainer. He's a really good geopolitical economics analyst. I've had him on here for a few times, so it should be interesting interview. But yeah, I won't be publishing it at 10 a.m. It'll probably be more like 2 p.m. London. Just wanted to let you know. Chibi 2659. I gotta say, invest in fruit and vegetable seeds and some good gardening tools too. Well, I think you're right. After the gold rush, Mario, I think you should get Michelle McQuarrie on rather than Andy. Yeah, yeah. Andy's hired her, hasn't he? I met Andy in person last January, and he told me at the time they were going to hire her for Mouse Franklin Media. Uh, Mick 1967, Phil Lowe. Yeah, he's a good guy. I've had him on a few times. I mean, when I started this channel, I didn't really do interviews. It was just me, but it's changed. Things changed, and I do interview a lot more people, but a lot of times I also just do my own thing. But I'll try to get as many varied guests as possible. Michael Kennedy, Marriott, what an exciting time to be alive. We're living through a movie. The good guys won, by the way. Merry Christmas and a guaranteed prosperous New Year. Well, I don't like to say anything is guaranteed, but we'll say thank you, Michael. SMZ says, I know you're not a big fan of Bitcoin, but have you considered reading Bitcoin Standard? I've heard of that book. I haven't read it. I was into Bitcoin like from 2012 to 2017, but then I saw that Wall Street was getting involved in the exchanges and everything, and I think it's been captured. I just don't trust I just don't trust it. So, but I haven't read the book. I might have a quick look. Galley Crow, I bought 400 pounds worth of pre-1920 British silver on eBay a few days ago. This was a little under spot. Well, that's good. I might have to have a look on eBay. I love the pre-1920 British silver sterling coins. I have quite a few of those. Just at Esquire. Last week I mentioned the Join the Dots YouTube channel referring to your videos. At least he isn't an AI channel and he credits you the source. Well, that's good. Some of the AI channels, they just mention my name, Mario Neko, but they don't mention my channel, Maneko64. That's the problem I have with it. Hi, Hi, Silver. When you going back to the USA? I don't know. Andy wants me to go back to play golf with him. I have to see if I have the time. Uh, Sanjeev Kumar, excuse me. Why do you pay VAT on silver if it is a monetary metal? And also, is it only the coins that are considered currency? Well, the government doesn't consider it a monetary metal, and that's why they charge VAT, unfortunately. But I think the pre-1920 coins, they're considered currency, so you shouldn't be paying VAT on them. Uh, I have interviewed John Perez. I should have him on soon again. I like John. Bill Holter, I haven't had him on. I just haven't never been able to get a hold of him. David Veach, yeah, Chinese silver investors. Well, I've interviewed, well, I interview Eric Young quite regularly. Chris Dwayne, yeah, I know Chris Dwayne. Uh, did you, V. Bjorn Gritzen, did you hear that inflation moved so fast in Germany that the glass bottle itself was more worth more than the new bottle with wine? Yeah, well, not surprised. Uh, Matless X, thank you for your super chat. What is the best and most efficient way to move metals over state borders? Uh, I mean, I'm not in the US, so I mean, just drive over state borders with the metals in your car. I don't know, but that's something maybe you want to ask Andy Scheckman, Miles Franklin. I wouldn't know. I mean, or just walk over the state borders with the metal or drive over. I don't think there are any interstate controls of stuff like that. Not even by, you can FedEx it from one state to the other. I Imer Flores, thank you for your super chat. Keep up the good work. Love your videos. Great information. Keep it up. Thank you. I really appreciate not just the super chat, but the messages when people say that, because it means I'm doing the right thing. Are Elkas the golf master? Well, today I played quite well. I was happy with the way I played. I was surprised because I hadn't been playing well. So, anyway, it's just a game, though. LMAO, where do I see the price of silver going in 5 years? A lot higher. And I'm saying this not because just for the heck of it, but I've been meaning to show you guys this chart. And I think charts are really important, especially long-term charts, because there's a lot of people calling tops in silver right now. But if you look at this chart, and this goes back to like the 1950s, this is, for 45 years, silver was kept here, right? And this was a really important level, this 50 level. And now we've broken out of it. This is a monthly chart, of course, so you don't see the short-term moves, but I think it's going to go into the hundreds. And along the way, though, there's going to be massive ups and downs, and a lot of people are going to be, they're going to get out and they're going to regret they got out. So what I have to say is that be right and sit tight. I'm not telling people to buy silver, but that's the way I see it. That's what I'm doing. I've been waiting for the break of this teacup and handle for, well, since here, since around here, because I could see it for me. So for many years, and I started stacking silver around here in 2000. Let's see, 2003. So I've been patient. That's the name of the game. Be patient, and yeah, don't get kicked off. Don't get thrown off the bull. Ounces app. Thank you again for your super chat. Having Vince Lency on the show again would be awesome. Lots of developments since he was last on about 6 months. Yeah, I like Vince. Uh, I'm gonna keep that, write that down for next year. Uh, yeah, next year is not far away. Smithers says all AI guys, AI guy, yeah, says 70 on the Asian Open. It wouldn't be tough, up $3 in a day. I don't think it's asking for too much. NEBM, thanks, Mario. It's good to see the 10th channel anniversary can be celebrated with 67 silver. Enjoy the good times. Thank you. India linking gold to retirement accounts. Yeah, they announced that they're going to allow the national pension system. It's like their national, I think it's got like, I don't know how billions of dollars in it, but they're going to allow them to invest 1% of the pensions into gold and silver ETFs. I know India already buys a lot of Indians buy a lot of physical gold through jewelry, but this is could be good too because yeah, it's allowing Indians to invest in gold. I know ETFs are not ideal, but it's still gonna increase the demand for it. Joe Brown, have you ever tried gold penny? Yeah, I have. Back in 2012. I went to North Wales, North Wales, and I did go. I actually had to pay this guy who provided the service, and we went and penned for gold. He had to get permission from a farmer. We went in his farm, and there was a river there, and I got like a few flakes. I still have them here. It's really, and I've got the pen as well, the green pen that I bought. It's interesting because it's very tiring, but when you find a little speck of gold, it really like gives you energy. It's really interesting, but I haven't done it in a long time. Any good books? Hi Ho Silver asks. Well, yeah, there is a book here that I'm reading, and I need to finish it, hopefully soon, because the author wants to come on the channel. Um, it's this one here, The BlackRock Bamboozle: Centuries-Long Plan for Global Monopoly, Susan Bradford. Really good. A lot of conspiracy, but truth. There's Larry Fink here, The BlackRock Bamboozle. Yeah, I'm like almost halfway through it, so hopefully I'll get Susan on again. She's been on before on the channel. Walter Palmer says gold panning in Montana is still good. JM Matchless X corrected his question to cross country and not across. Oh, yeah, cross country, you can ship it. Yeah, you just need to check the rules and regulations in the country you're sending it to. Shouldn't be a problem, really. We got, oh, we almost finished. I'll take a couple of more questions before we sign off. SMZ, what do you think of Francis Hunt's target of 330? Uh, I assume that's silver. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. 330. It could even be conservative. When it's going to happen, I don't know. But I think the fact that we've broken that teacup and handle is massively important. And I know it took 45 years to evolve that formation, but once it breaks that, it's not going to take another 45 years for us to see. It could take a fraction of 45 years. PL 6035, any sports car in mind for the moon money? Uh, yeah, but I think with the way things are, in the world, you need to keep a low key. It's very tempting. But yeah, I do like the Porsche 911. But who knows? Yeah, I'm not sure I'll buy one though. It's a bit frivolous, I would say. I think there's more important things than, but when I married my wife, she was more into cars than I was, and now I'm a bit more into cars. And she says, "That's strange. You never were into cars." And I said to her, "But I was when I was a little boy. I used to love drawing cars, so maybe I've got that passion back." Echo Echo says, my landlord has given me the option of either buying the house for 375,000 pounds or being evicted but at the end of February. I would need a mortgage of at least 175,000. Is it a risky time to take on that much debt? Uh, well, that's about half, 50% you would have, I guess. Uh, I think you got a good down payment. Yeah, so maybe you should. Maybe you should if you can get a good rate. I don't know. Or maybe just find another place. You've put me on the spot, but I have to say you do have a good chunk to put down. If you told me you're gonna have to take the 300,000 pound mortgage, I would have said no. But that's the way I see it. After the gold rush, thank you for your super chat. Thank you for your priceless videos, Mario. I've not missed one in 3 years. Wow. Thank you for your support and interest. Wishing you and your family a Merry Christmas and healthy New Year. Same to your family after the gold rush. So just wanted to let you know, guys, know again. Don't be worried tomorrow. My video will be coming out, but not at 10 a.m. London. It will be coming out around 2 p.m. London. And just one more question here, and then I'm gonna have to call it a day or a night. Revers Mullock, what are your thoughts on rare earth stocks as part of a portfolio? And will there be a crisis of resources? I think the market thinks AI and GPUs are forever. Well, I look at resource stocks more as a rotation from paper assets, from financialization. It's just a reversal to mean. I'm not concerned about AI and the other stuff and GPUs. I think commodities are still going to do well, mainly because the currencies are going down. As for rare earths, I mean, it's an interesting sector, but I don't know. You'd have to do your research about the companies involved in rare earths. Thank you, Endurorama, and thank you, everyone, again. And I'm sorry there was a bit of a delay earlier on today. But anyway, I wish you all a great rest of the weekend. And also, I'm going to be talking to you soon again. But if you don't listen to me again until Christmas, Merry Christmas and also a Happy New Year for all my viewers. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays and take care.